Hi everyone, welcome to part 2 of this course on Bitcoin on-chain analysis. So as you might already know, I've structured this course around the 3-part pyramid framework from the guys over at ARK Invest. And in previous videos, we looked at the bottom layer of that pyramid, which is all about Bitcoin network health. We talked about the monetary policy, we talked about network security, hash rate, and how to measure overall growth and usage of the network to get a sense for how healthy and how thriving the Bitcoin network is. Now we're going to kick off part 2 and we're going to go really deep on the buyer and seller behaviors that we can track on chain. And like most things, the price of Bitcoin is a function of the supply and demand dynamics. And so we're going to look at the actions and the on-chain footprints of the different network stakeholders to get signals, to get a read for what's going on. So this second layer of analysis is going to be really crucial for medium and long-term Bitcoin investors. By looking at what the key network stakeholders are doing, you're going to get a sense for overall sentiment and possible medium-term price movements. So we're going to go over the important parts of the Bitcoin ecosystem. I'm quickly going to cover the agenda for part 2. So we're going to start with addresses, what information we can read from their distribution, the size and growth of Bitcoin addresses, and other related metrics. We're going to go over exchanges. Exchanges are where the supply and the demand meet, and therefore they're a key part of the overall infrastructure. And we'll look at what insights we can extract from exchanges, what kind of metrics we can get there, and what those tell us. And then we'll touch on miners and miner flows. So miners are the supply side of the equation, and so really important network stakeholders. We'll learn how to monitor their activity, but also get a sense for their sentiment, how they're feeling. Then we'll cover the exciting topic of institutional demand. So this is a new source of demand that really came to the forefront in 2020, and it's been driving a lot of the recent bull market. So we'll discuss how to track that demand and also mistakes to avoid when analyzing available data, because it can get a bit tricky. Then we're going to talk about hodlers. So this is one of my favorite topics. Hodlers are perhaps the most important part of the ecosystem. I'll explain why. We'll introduce the key metrics that help you monitor their activity and understand how bullish or bearish they could be feeling. And then finally, we're going to wrap this up with a discussion around derivatives. So this is a booming field. There's been a lot of excitement and demand for derivative products based on Bitcoin. So we'll look at options, we'll look at futures, we'll look at how they impact the spot market and what signal we can extract from those derivative markets. So huge amount of stuff to cover here in part 2. Hope you enjoy the content. Any comments, please leave below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.